Christmas is right around the corner, and I don't want to talk about old St. Nick. I want to talk about the Grinch. Who is the Grinch in Philadelphia? Stay tuned. I'll tell you coming up next.
Previously on Eagles News Now.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me. Welcome back, everybody, to another edition, a special Christmas Eve edition of the Eagles News Now podcast. I'm professional wrestler Chris Wilde, live from bar 4133. And as you just saw, my reaction to the Eagles selecting Jalen Reagor with the 21st pick in this year's NFL draft. And I had to put that out there again because Justin Jefferson was just named to the Pro Bowl, only the fifth rookie in NFL history to go to the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. The guy has been absolutely amazing. And nothing against Jalen Reagor. I mean, I think he's going to be a good player, but I know that Justin Jefferson is an absolute stud. I know that Justin Jefferson is a Pro Bowl player, and I know that he is a guy that was available to the Eagles as they picked Jalen Reagor 21st, and Justin Jefferson went 22nd to the Minnesota Vikings. But who is responsible for all this? Who is responsible? And look, I want to talk about this, but I'm going to add a Christmas theme to it because it is Christmas Eve. The man responsible may as well be known as the Grinch of Philadelphia, and that is Mr. Howie Roseman, general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles himself. Not only does he take the joy out of Christmas time, at least this year, but he does it every time there's a draft. The man is like the Grinch, where the Grinch, instead of giving good gifts to the kids, he would give shitty gifts to the kids. Much like Howie Roseman, instead of getting good players or great players in the draft, he would get shitty players in the draft. Now, yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. I mean, not every draft pick that he's had has been bad, but I just look at the wide receiver position because it's a position that the Eagles desperately need, and he has failed time and time again when it's almost the absolute, just the choice is so much of a given that he misses it, and it's insane. It's almost as if he's doing it on purpose. Now, we're talking about Justin Jefferson this year, and again, it hurts us Eagle fans every time this guy scores a touchdown. His stats this year are absolutely unreal. I mean, let's take a look at his stats. The guy has 1,182 yards, 7 touchdowns so far. He's played in every game this season. He's an absolute stud. We kind of knew that coming out of LSU. Now, look, guys that want to apologize for Howie Roseman are going to say that they didn't pick Justin Jefferson because he was primarily a slot receiver at LSU, but he did show that he could play on the outside as well. Look, the guy's a complete wide receiver. I don't know if it's the scouts that failed him, even though there has been news coming out that the scouts told him to take Justin Jefferson, and he's took Jalen Reagor instead. I don't know, to outsmart the room. But it's just, man, to think that he could have been on this team, as you saw my reaction, and if anyone watched that live stream, it was one of my first live streams ever, and it was completely horrible. But yeah, my reaction to not having Justin Jefferson, that's why I acted like that with Jalen Reagor. Now, again, I think Jalen Reagor is going to be a good wide receiver. But again, I think this when I know this about Justin Jefferson. That's the big difference there. So it's not the first time that Howie Roseman tried to outsmart everybody in the NFL, right? Or gave us a shitty gift. Because, look, Christmas time to us, the draft is kind of like Christmas to football fans, right? So the year before, and this has been talked about and publicized over and over and over again, and I'm going to do it one more time here today, is when he picked hold on. Threw up in my mouth a little bit. When he picked J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with the 57th pick, when DK Metcalf goes 64th to the Seattle Seahawks. Not only do the Seahawks own us every time they play us, but now they have an absolute, maybe the second coming of Terrell Owens. I mean, this guy is amazing. Everybody out there knows it. But let's just, to really, if anybody's watching this for the first time for some reason and just doesn't know about football, again, I don't know why they picked this video, but let's just say, let me play devil's advocate here. Let me go over the DK Metcalf stats just for 2020. These are just his stats for 2020. DK Metcalf has 1,223 yards and 10 touchdowns so far. The season's not over yet. And now let's look at J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, who was picked before him by the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman. Now, this is for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's career. I'm not just talking 2020. I'm talking the entire career of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, being 2 seasons, as he shares the same draft class as DK Metcalf. So, for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's stellar NFL career, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, he has a total of 214 yards receiving and 1 whole touchdown. I mean, it's not even close. At least with Jalen Reagor, you look like you have a guy that can be something that might help you win some games in the future. With J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, I mean, there's my next door neighbor. He's kind of fit, kind of tall. He could probably play better than Arcega-Whiteside at this point. But with those being the 2 shittiest gifts that Howie Roseman has given us, there's one more that's not talked about very often because that goes all the way back to 2014. But I'm going to bring it up here on Eagles News Now because it's Christmas time and why not? So in 2014, the Eagles needed a wide receiver, as it seems like we always do. I wonder why. And Howie Roseman decided to pick Jordan Matthews with the 42nd overall pick. Now, everybody remembers Jordan Matthews. He was a decent player here, gave us a couple good years. Towards his last year with us, he started dropping the ball a lot. Then we had some injuries in 18, and the Eagles picked him back up, and he helped out a little bit. He was with us for a little bit in 19 too, I believe. Old reliable, one of Carson Wentz's best friends. You remember the high five? Oh, just kidding, handshake, all business with the tie celebration. That guy. So yeah, okay, he was a decent little player. But who the Eagles did not pick that year, as some people might already know the name I'm going to say, and if you don't, it's going to make you sick when I say it. So make sure you have a bucket near you. The Eagles picked Jordan Matthews over Davante Adams, who was picked 53rd overall. Davante Adams, who we have seen last year and we have seen this year, absolutely rip the Eagles secondary to shreds. To shreds. Our number 1 corner this year, Darius Slay, got absolutely killed by Davante Adams, as all cornerbacks do, because Davante Adams could arguably be the best wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, it's really between him and DeAndre Hopkins, if you ask me at this point. I mean, Julio Jones maybe last year could be in that conversation, but this year, no. I mean, he's absolutely unreal. Aaron Rodgers' number 1 weapon and just a stud of a player. I mean, you look at why this guy is a wide receiver. Any team would bend over backwards to get this guy on their squad. The Eagles had a shot, and they didn't do it. And it's Howie Roseman, the Grinch of Philadelphia, the Grinch that stole draft Christmas, the Grinch that has given the Eagles bad contract after bad contract the past couple years. We see what we're in for with the Alshon Jeffrey contract, the Jake Elliott contract, the Carson Wentz contract. This guy, Howie Roseman, has been so absolutely horrible, except for one magical year in 2017 when everything went right, when he must have sold his dirty soul to the devil, because as we see, it has been nothing but downhill for Howie Roseman, and it looks like he's going to be with us for our next draft Christmas next year. Now, I don't know. John Dorsey is an advisor. Maybe he'll have more of a say. I have no idea. But hopefully it gets a little bit better for us Eagle fans. And I appreciate everybody that has watched me on this Christmas Eve or after I've had a little bit of fun with this today, but you get it. Justin Jefferson, hell of a player, gets named to his Pro Bowl. I also want to give a big shout-out and kudos to the Eagles' 3 Pro Bowl players. Obviously, there's not going to be an actual Pro Bowl game this year because of COVID-19, but Jason Kelce, best center in the league, goes back to the Pro Bowl for his 3rd Pro Bowl. Fletcher Cox, who definitely deserves it this year, in my opinion, his 6th Pro Bowl, and Brandon Graham goes to his 1st ever Pro Bowl. Again, I say goes to, but we know that he's been named a Pro Bowl player, and he deserves it this year as well with 7 sacks. Hopefully he can hit 10 by the end of this season. We'll see, as we only have 2 games remaining. It is Dallas week, and it is Christmas week, so the content is all over the place for just about every content creator I've seen. But again, thanks, guys, for watching. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a great, great Christmas holiday. Go Birds. Beat Dallas. I'll see you guys later. Merry Christmas.
You're a mean.
Well, everybody, of course, I'm still here at bar 4133. I have a special Christmas surprise, Christmas guest. He's been missing for the past month or so, and that's my friend down here, Angry Alan. Alan, where the hell have you been? It's been about a month or so. I don't know. And look, just to let you guys know, because we're so close to each other here at bar 4133, we honor the social distancing. And I am throwing on this mask for his safety, and he apparently doesn't care about mine. So, Alan, anyway, where you been?
Where have I been? I've been quarantining. You know that. I've been quarantined.
Oh, so wait, you had COVID-19? I had no idea you tested positive for COVID-19.
Tested positive for COVID-19? Who said that? I didn't test positive for COVID-19. I tested positive for Carson-19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because watching him has made me absolutely sick.
All right, look, you're kicking the guy while he's down. I mean, he's already on the bench where you wanted him.
No. I don't want him on the bench. I want him at the airport. Can we make that happen, huh? Christmas time, can that be my Christmas gift? Or even better, you know what you can get me for Christmas?
What can I get you for Christmas? What do you want? Some Jack we got back there? We've got some blackberry brandy. I could get you something from Zach the Ripper Comics eBay store.
Zach the Ripper Comics? What do I look like? I'm 12 years old? I don't read comic books. You play with toys down here. That's not my style, no. What you can do is maybe you can find a machine or something. Remember that movie Men in Black?
Yeah, Will Smith, the Philadelphia's own Will Smith. I remember Men in Black. It was an excellent movie.
Well, you know those things they had that they put in front of the people's face, made them forget everything?
I see where this is going. Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Well, in that case, get one of those, put it in front of my face, and make me forget any Eagles game I've ever seen, maybe except for the Super Bowl. Could you do that? That'd be a great Christmas gift, because I've absolutely had it. There's not enough liquor behind that bar to make me feel any better about the 2020 season.
E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
I need Eagle Nation to stand.